Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review A Sacrifice, and this is a new thriller from director Jordan Scott, and this is inspired by the novel by Nicholas Hogg, and written by Jordan Scott. And this film focuses on a American social psychologist, played by Eric Bana, so Australian, playing American, living in Germany. And his American accent is fine, I guess. But he is in Germany investigating a cult, and his daughter comes to see him and spend time with him, played by Sadie Sink. But unfortunately, she starts hanging out with this mysterious local boy who's totally in this cult. And things get complicated from there. This film certainly has the atmosphere, the eeriness, that going for it. It pulls you in, you sink into this unnerving kind of space. The imagery is shocking and uncomfortable when you see like the remnants of some of these cultish kinds of things going on, or you actively see them going on. It's disturbing, so it certainly hits on that mark. I think Bana's character, Ben, is intelligent and resourceful and winds up thinking with his dick most of the movie, because he winds up falling for Sylvia Hoek's character of Blade Runner 2049 and the show C fame. And they develop this relationship. She's looking into this cultish phenomenon, and Ben here is, well, getting smitten. And his daughter, Sink's a very talented young actor, but the issue is this character is just leans into so many tropes of like teenage girls, and the whole entire basis of it just like, hey, I have a bad relationship with my parents, and then anybody who's in any kind of parental kind of role in her life, she just lashes out, and there's not much to her character. She's been through this trauma that has caused some discomfort in her relationship with her father. Bana's character, Ben, is distant, but I do appreciate that there's moments where like he actually like pieces things together, because he's actually intelligent and is thinking, and it's not just like, hey, some dumb protagonist who can't put pieces together. This film has some twists and turns along the way, which I don't know if they're necessarily like super shocking, but they just kind of fall flat. It recontextualizes things, but it doesn't deliver like that kind of oomph that you expect from a big twist. And I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of these characters, most of their character is just them spouting intellectual stuff, pseudo-intellectual stuff, or this cultish kind of stuff. Like, we have Sophie Rois's character, who's the leader of this cult. There's so much time just spouting the themes and ideas of the movie that none of them really feel like they're real fleshed out characters. So there's not a lot of connection there. There's not a lot of, like, you don't feel that like, oh crap, that person's really doing this thing, and you feel like, oh my god, I've been betrayed. This character that I've spent time with throughout this film is like, no, it's just like, oh, so this is just another thing. That's an element of their character, and it has pieces, but they don't really come together to deliver as much tension or suspense, or at least connection in the very least to what's going on screen for you to really care. I felt so distant from everything going on the screen that I never really felt the weight of all this happening. It felt more like an intellectual experience, but it was too blunt with how it's dealing with its themes and ideas to really feel like I was being like brought in and being encouraged and prodded to be able to like really think and crunch on these things. It all just feels so there and just out in the open, very bland in its approach to expressing these things. So you have some strong performances from this cast, but the script kind of leaves you wanting so much more out of what these characters mean, how they connect with people, and what's really going on in the film. It has the atmosphere, it has the visuals, it has the performances. It's just really missing the glue that brings it all together and adds depth and impact to your experiences. This film in the end feels very hollow. It feels like a hollow procedure of how to set up something without really engaging the audience in a way that feels like you have the impact of its ideas or the suspense that it's trying to build. But those are my thoughts on A Sacrifice. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.